Good morning, UPC. That's like Good Morning America, right? Good morning, UPC. I never know when this thing's gonna go live because it like spins, and then it pops up. Good morning, good morning. Hey. This is kind of like an impromptu training. I'm not going to wait for tons of people to get on because I'm guessing most of you on this page will watch this later. It's not like Posh Crew where there's a million different people coming in. Most of you will catch this later. Now, let's first, the reason why I'm doing this. Okay, so number one, I posted some blank calendars on UPC. I directed you, or encouraged you, I should say, to print off August, September, and October. Okay, so if you don't have a calendar, you can plan your calendars 3 months, okay, by printing these off. Now, I also printed these off because we are going to be working on this together. Now, I'm going to start very basic because we haven't talked about this in a while, and I feel that this is a good platform for us to be able to start talking about our calendars, how we're using our calendars, how our calendars can be used in a good way, and kind of move forward with that education. Because if we don't have a strong foundation, how can we continue to build on it, right? We have to understand where we're at, what we're doing, before we start educating on all the things to throw in there, okay? So we're starting with the calendars. Now, I wanted to do this next month in August, and I will do more on this next month. But because UnCon is August 1st, and we are going to be talking a lot about new product, I wanted to go over some basics on calendar planning and what we're going to be sharing together before August 1st. Because today I have leadership at 11 my time. So I'm like, I'm going to jump on, do this today before we have 3 days of very intense, fun activities going on. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I printed these off because I work on a paper calendar, but for me to share with you my calendar is kind of messy. I mean, this is okay for me. This works for me. You got to figure out what works for you. But for the posting on the team page, I will be minimizing a lot of my kids' schedule, not on these. Okay? So, in your business, you should be working on off of a calendar. Okay, that calendar can be paper, that calendar can be digital, but you have to have a plan. Okay, and when you have a plan, you can better make steps towards improving that plan, changing the plan when things don't go right. But if you're just willy-nilly every single day, it makes for a very stressful business, okay? So we're gonna work on 3-month cycles. Now, why do I do this? So that I can ensure my paycheck each and every month, because I'm thinking ahead of the things I need to do, the things I need to plan, and the parties I need to have in my books. Now, let's first talk about our next month, August, okay? So, I have my August calendar printed off here, okay? The first thing that I look at when I look at my calendar, and personally, you have to decide what that priority is. But first off, I look at my non-negotiables, okay? So by non-negotiables, that means these are the things I have to personally be at. I can't put them off. I can't say no to them. These are my non-negotiables, and that can be family, that can be business, and for me, it's also my health, because that's a non-negotiable for me. I have to do that every day to prepare to prepare for my day, and to plan for my day. So those are my non-negotiables. So when I start with my calendar, and when you start with your calendar, blank calendar, I want you to sit down and write out your non-negotiables. What are things you have to do that month? So let me talk about a few of those. One of those for me is my morning mingle on Monday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That is every single Monday for me. It's a non-negotiable. I have to be there. I have to plan for it. It's something that I have to do. I'm responsible for. So that goes on my calendar. Any of my kids' activities, so sports activities, meetings, anything like that, they're non-negotiables. You have to be there. Now, when you look at my month for August, my personal calendar, now I'm going to post one like this, and so will you guys, but my personal calendar that I put all of those non-negotiables and events going on, every month is also color coded, and this helps me see what I have going on and what I want to have going on. So, for example, before we jump into this calendar, you can see on mine, my yellow are my non-negotiables. These are places I have to be this month, and there's no getting out of it, right? Unless I die, get super sick, right? Now, these right here, I'll explain. It's kind of hard to see. They're first in pink, and I'll tell you what the pink means. You can pick your own colors, but I'm going to be highlighting those because those are non-negotiables too, because those are parties. So, when you're doing your calendar, you want to plan your work and work your plan. You want to be in control of what's going on in your calendar, right? We've talked about lots of goals, you guys. My goal for you guys, we're getting back into the parties. We're doing our parties. August is going to be amazing with the new catalog launch. My goal for you isn't rocket science. It's you have 4 weeks right here, 4 weeks in August. I want you to pick a party a week. Get a party a week on the books. That's 4 parties, 4 activities, 4 business producing activities on your calendar for the month of August. Now, if August fills up and you have more than 4, that's a bonus. But you want to first fill August. And as your August fills up, this is where planning 3 months in a row is important. You will have the same things recorded in your September calendar, your non-negotiables, and your October, okay? Now, September, October might not be as full as your August, but you will be working in 3-month rotation. So after your August is halfway done, almost completed, you will be adding in November, okay? So you're always working in that 3-month rotation. Now, you can see the pink on my calendars. So first, I do my non-negotiables. Where do I need to be? What do I have to do? And I have to be present to do it. I can't give it to anybody else. Second thing I do is I look at that after my non-negotiables are in there, and I look at the days that are good for me. What days are good for me to have parties? Now, when you're approaching a hostess or you're approaching someone about having a party, don't say, what day would you like? You know what days you need to fit into your lifestyle. You are in control of your calendar. So you're going to say to that hostess, well, if we're looking at August, some dates I have available to do the party with you, do the event with you, would be August 14th, August 15th, August 22nd are currently open. Which one of those works for you? Now, if you're working your calendar correctly and you're putting in those non-negotiables first, And then you're plugging in the dates you want to have booked for parties, at least 4, okay, 1 a week, at least 4. You will be in control of that calendar and you will know what you have to plan, okay? So if you look at that calendar and you don't have 4 activities or 4 things or 4 parties, you know you need to spend an hour sitting down, intentional with your calendar and filling those dates up, because that's how you move the needle. That's how you move your business forward. So you have your non-negotiables and you have your party dates that you want to book, okay? So let me show you again. Here's August. I just replicated over there, and I will do this for you and post it on UPC. These are my dates in my calendar that I have available and I am willing to book parties on, okay? Now, I could switch them up a little just depending, but if I want to be in control of my calendar and when I do these things, these are the best times for my family, okay? So, those are my goals. Now, as you work your calendar, and you've heard me say this a lot of times, is you want to front load your calendar. This month's a little harder for me to front load, to be honest, but you want to front load your calendar, and by the time you hit about halfway mark, the 15th of August, you want to ensure that these are good to go and you're working into the first half of September. And if you get on that cyclical calendar working program, you will be less stressed, you will feel more in control of what you're doing, and you will be able to ensure your paycheck each month. No one likes to scramble. No one likes to have to constantly sit down and do a power hour where they're just, oh my gosh, I need a hostess, I need a hostess. No, you can get into a system where you can be relaxed and you can know what you need for your calendar and you can put that into place for your business, okay? So I am just starting with the basics here. So what I need you to do and what I'm going to do for you is, first off, I need your action item is to print 3 calendars, August, September, October. Unless you have a calendar you use, like I do, then maybe you just snap a picture of your calendar. What I want to see. Now, of course, I'm not going to share with you everything I have going on in my calendar, because you could care less that I have a hair appointment on the 28th at 2:30. I need to know that, but you don't need to know that, right? So you can work the calendar a little different, but I want you to share what you have going on in your calendar. I want you to sit down and I want you to mark out those non-negotiables. So morning mingle, a team training. Are you going to do Tuesday training on Posh Bosses? What are those business activities that are non-negotiable that need to be on your calendar in August, September, and October? Again, like I said, more will be seen on August than September and October, but we're going to share our August calendars. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to go through and I'm going to share with you my August calendar of my morning mingles, my power-ups, my team planning activities, and my parties. What parties I have on my books. I'll put their first name and what type of party it is and what time it is, and I'm going to share that with you. Okay, just like I want you to do the same thing. I want you to be intentional of working that calendar and seeing what you have there. Nothing, I always say this, even with fitness. You guys have heard me say this. We can think we're busy in our brain because our brain's going 1,000,000 miles a minute and it thinks it's busy. But when you write it down, what exactly you have on your calendar and what exactly you're doing, you will notice you may not be as busy as you thought. And we want to plan our work and work our plan and be in control of our calendars and be in control of our business. So, starting off, super basic here. We're not going to be rocket scientists. I just want you to print your calendars, 3 months, working in a 3-month increment. I want you to post your business non-negotiables on there, and I want you to share your dates you'd love to book and the ones you currently have booked. Okay, so again, you can use, I like to use highlighters. You can use different colored pens. Let's say your non-negotiables are yellow. Your party dates that you want to book are in pink. When they're confirmed, maybe they're orange. That is what I want you to see from you. And I will do the same thing. And we will be adding to these calendars because we'll start making goals according to our calendars, what we have here, where we need to be, what PV goals we have. But first, you have to get used to using a calendar and using it to move your business forward. So I hope a few of those tips help. Your action item from this live video is just that. Print those calendars off, non-negotiables, business non-negotiables, parties, dates you want to lock in, and those that are locked in for parties. Goal is, of course, at least 4 a month. That's 1 per week. We have 4 weeks in a month, 1 per week that you are getting Posh out to people. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have questions on your calendar. I'm happy to sit down and help you. I will post my calendar after I get it filled out for you without all of my family stuff on it. And I will want you to do the same thing. All right, guys, let's kick off August with a bang as we have new catalogs and we are so ready to take this on.